What is up? Welcome to the Next Guy Up podcast. This is Messin Around Mondays. We are glad you're here. You are here with Mason, Tins, and Zach. We have an awesome episode for you today. It is getting closer and closer to Christmas time. We just have a few weeks left. Actually, if you count this week and then next week and then 2 weeks from now, I guess that would be, 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks from now? Well, anything. It is 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah. So we are there. And then so that Christmas lands on a Monday, obviously. So we'll have something there for you because we have never missed an episode still to this day. Never had a layoff. Never missed an episode. So here we are. Tins was putting up a Christmas tree earlier. He chugged about 6 glasses of hot chocolate, he said.
It's true.
And so he's ready to go. Mason, how are we doing over there?
We're doing great. I'm ready. I'm ready for an awesome pod. I'm psyched. I'm ready for it.
So we have a big pod for you today. Actually, we have a huge Christmas draft. This has been a big one. We've had circled on our calendar for a long time, and so we're bringing it today. I think it's going to be a good one. We are doing Christmas movies. So we're drafting all Christmas movies. Everyone loves Christmas movies, but I feel like everyone's got a little bit of different tastes. So I think that's going to be an interesting one whenever we get there. We had a lot happening in the news this week. A lot of stuff in the TV, movies, video game front, and we're going to bring a lot of that to you in our press release. We have a little trivia going down. Mason and Tins don't know exactly what we're going to be talking about, but we have a little bit of trivia. And it's going to be a big action-packed episode for you today. Pretty excited for it. So, is everybody doing all right?
I'm doing good. I'm fired up. I'm all sugared up from the hot chocolate. I've got 50% of my blood right now is chocolate. So I'm here to pop off.
That's a good percentage. Uh-oh. He's ready to pop off, everybody.
I'm a little nervous about today's episode. One is this draft going to be controversial? Is Mason going to be,
ridiculed online?
And then also the trivia. I felt like the last couple of trivias, I've just kind of been embarrassed. Either I go blank or, I just back and forth. Last time we did this, it was a Friday preview about NFL head coaches. I know my NFL head coaches. I don't know why I'm over here listing defense coordinators, but I just went blank and I was like struggling and I don't do well under pressure. So that's where I'm just like, great at trivia. I'm another excuse for y'all to embarrass me. That's what it is.
Mason, you're going to do great.
I appreciate
this is not as a competitive Twitter. I think this trivia will be pretty fun. So before we got on the pod, before we hopped on and started recording, Tins was telling us, a couple things that we talked about beforehand. We talked about Taylor Swift winning Person of the Year Time magazine. So shout out Taylor Swift.
She now only has one more than us because back in 2009 or so, remember how everyone in America won?
Oh,
so she only has one more than we do.
America.
Yeah, we were.
That's pretty good.
We're
doing all right.
So
I don't remember that. Huh?
Stole that joke from another podcast. Shout out, Big Cat.
I also feel like that's a good joke when they do the whole somebody had negative yards rushing in a game. It's like we had more rushing yards than this person did.
That's
we
true.
didn't even play in that game.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of same type of joke.
Yeah. Or like someone gets negative points.
Our podcast scored as many points as our fantasy or our podcast scored as many points as Iowa did against Michigan in the Big Ten championship game.
That means we're just as good as Iowa.
That's accurate. So Tins has a conspiracy theory. It turns out that Morgan has become very good at gambling. Well,
Well,
I'm gonna let you talk about it.
all right. So, and I've had this conspiracy theory. I'm not alone in it. I think I've even brought it up on the podcast when it first kind of started up. But I'm really believing in this conspiracy theory now. Um, it was really popular, big thing on TikTok and social media when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriends, wives, significant others were going up to boyfriends, husbands, whoever, and was like, "Wow, isn't it so cool that Taylor Swift is putting Travis Kelce on the map?" And like acting like they knew about
Yeah.
football, like they'd be like like they record themselves and they're like, "Oh wow, what a great blitz!" And the husbands would be like, How do you know what? Where did you get that term from?" So, I think there's Swifties on TikTok that have infiltrated football specifically.
Yeah.
They're making videos saying like this is the lingo and this is things like that. And I think they're now tapping into the world of gambling. Because my wife, so I gamble a lot. If you don't listen to the Fridays episodes,
Can't confirm. Yeah.
I'm a high volume shooter, big gambling guy here. It's my third job. Actually, it's my fourth job. This podcast is my third job.
That's right.
So
Priority.
4 jobs, 17 jobs.
17 jump.
So I know everything there is about betting, lingo, different things you can bet on. And my wife has started gambling, and she'll like show me her parlays she's cooking, and I'm like, where'd you go to get that? Like, it's not just normal stuff like this guy to score a touchdown or this guy to have a bunch of receiving yards. Like the other day, she took a bet like both teams to score 20 points in the first half plus 1,000. I said, where did you? What are you doing? She goes, "Oh, I don't know. I thought it looked good." No, that's not real. Someone's feeding her these bets, and so she is our intern, so she might hear this part of it. But when she goes to bed tonight, I'm getting on her TikTok and I'm searching. I'm gonna figure this out.
You gotta find this out.
I have to figure it out because I feel like the Swifties are trying to infiltrate our betting culture, and we have to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, it's like she's getting her sources from like a rival source, like a rival podcast.
Right, because
She's
I
not
don't
even
bet
taking
stuff like that.
our bets. Yeah, she's not even taking the next guy up parlay.
Right, and this is the same woman as of like a month ago, and I'd be like, "Oh, I have this guy to go over," or like, "I have this team -7." She's like, "What does that mean?" I don't know what that means. And then now she's over here gambling on her own.
She's an expert.
Yeah, so there's something's not adding up here. The math is not mathing, and I will get to the bottom of it, and I'll fight if I have to. I'll fight the whole the spies of the Taylor Swift.
He will fight.
And she's actually hitting these bets too, right, Tens?
Yeah.
Some of them.
So we have a group, me, Mason, loyal listener Josh, and now Morgan. There's things on DraftKings where you can create like a group so you can see each other's bets. And she joined it, and I can see her bets, and I'm like, I don't know where you're getting any of this from. And she'll follow some of our stuff sometimes, but it's pretty like they're pretty wild. They're very out of nowhere kind of things that people don't normally just bet on. I don't know. It's weird.
That's funny. Well, she's making money.
That's true. She has not had to deposit into her account, so she's just done it once.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
That's the rule I have on myself. As long as I don't have to deposit back into my account, I can keep gambling as long as I want. Right. I haven't deposited in over a year.
This just goes to show that you can just find a lane and dive into it. You can make a TikTok. You can be famous. Like, we've talked about this before. Like, Tinsley's daughter used to watch kids play with toys. Instead of playing with toys, watch kids play with toys. Yeah. And they're like multi-million like listener or followers or like views or whatever. And I'm like, that's crazy. What do you mean?
To be fair, we do that all the time. Like how often we watch people play video games all the time online.
Exactly.
Yeah, I watch streamers more than I play personally.
And we could just actually play video games ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's true, Mason. So I'd like to go ahead and let whoever this is, out there on TikTok feeding all these Swifties betting things, I'm coming for you.
Coming at you.
I'm about to become the greatest Taylor Swift knower in the world. I'm about to start leaking info to the boys about her dating life and what
Looking
she's
for Easter eggs.
her fashion and her Easter eggs of when albums are going to drop. I'm coming for you.
Exactly.
I can play this
So-
game.
You know, we like to give some behind the scenes, like things that we just come up with. Idea right off the bat. Tinsley wearing a Taylor Swift shirt with Taylor Swift merch behind him, giving out bets and claiming his allegiance to the Swifties. And we make TikToks.
That would be something. All right. We're in.
We're in.
New content.
Would you do that for the pod?
I would. I don't know. I've said I
Do
feel like
anything for the pod.
I might have a target on my back from the Swifties.
Yeah, I feel at this point, Tins is kind of trash on the Swifties enough where I think it would be hard
to get them back.
If they looked back, I think they'd be like, this guy might be a fraud.
Yeah, I think it only take going back like 3 or 4 TikToks. You'll see me.
And you know the Swifties, they're like all over that kind of stuff.
They do
their research over there.
They'll somehow break into our group text and find all my texts. They're ruthless, man.
Well, I was going to talk about this in press release, but I think I can talk about it now. Speaking of video games, I have a couple press releases on deck. You guys played the new so I was on Fortnite today, and I know Fortnite for a while was kind of belittled as like a as a game for children. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, I checked when I was playing today, there were like 3 million people playing. Like it's like popping off. Like it's back officially.
The new map.
And so there's a new season, plus they've launched 2 new game modes. One of them is like a Rocket League racing game mode.
Ooh.
I haven't actually played that one yet, but it was pretty popular. And then there's another one that's like huge. It was like 1.8 million players. And that's the new Lego Fortnite Minecraft type game.
Yeah.
It's not called Minecraft. It is not an official Minecraft game. But it's like Fortnite partnered with Lego, and they were like, what if we just made Minecraft in Fortnite? And they did it. And it pretty much is. And there's a ton of people playing it this week. It just launched a couple days ago. So I played that. It was pretty fun. I played it for a little bit. I think if you got on with the boys, it would be a pretty fun time. There's like spiders, and there's stuff that can kill you, and you get to build stuff out of Legos. Very similar to Minecraft in a lot of ways, like survival, where you like get hungry and you have to eat stuff, and you have to build like a crafting table. Some of it was almost to the point where like, I wonder how they're avoiding a lawsuit with Minecraft because it's so similar. But they're doing it.
Probably the same way like Roblox. Have you ever heard of Roblox?
Yeah, I've never actually played, but I know it's popular.
Yeah, it's super similar to Minecraft too. I feel like
really.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same game. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna check it out. We should. I guess for the purposes of the pod, we should probably test it out. Together. I'll play.
We probably should. Yeah, it's kind of like our job to play video games and test stuff out.
We have to make sure it's good for the people.
I think it would be fun. Yeah, I think we've tossed around the idea of streaming some video games and things like that. I'm definitely the worst at video games, probably out of the 3 of us. I don't know, Mason, are you good at video games?
I'm pretty bad.
Yeah, Mason's
Tins is kind of a gamer traditionally. He used to play a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Destiny and Fallout and Madden. I used to be pretty good at Madden. Not anymore.
So just like what we talked about, just like what we talked about 4 minutes and 38 seconds ago about streaming and people watching, we could just stream us playing and people would watch it. $1 million idea right there,
Maybe a 2 million.
Yeah, I'm sure people would do that. Yeah.
Especially watch how bad I am. So they'll probably.
It would be funny. I'm also bad though. I am very not good.
Mason, you're good at sports video games.
Yeah,
we've had.
You got like 2K.
Yeah,
Madden.
We've had some battles on Madden and 2K. But zombies.
The amount of snacks eaten during that. Zombies was a.
We're all very good at zombies. I feel like.
Yeah,
that is accurate. Yep. Love a zombie. We still got that on deck for eventually zombie draft. It's coming.
It's coming.
I've been thinking about it.
I've been playing a new.
Okay.
I've been playing a new game that's like a zombie survival game.
Really?
Yeah, and I found a new
What is
audio.
it?
It's called DayZ, and you just get the. It's not like action. It's just like you get to make choices, and then that choice
Is it like
leads
an
to
app?
the next thing. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'll send it to you.
Sponsor us, guys.
It's fun.
Sponsor us.
It's fun.
Free pub. Well, do we want to get into our press releases, everybody?
Yeah,
I have
hit it.
another one. That was my second press
That
release.
was
I kind of had 2 today.
It was like a pre-press release.
A bonus.
It's like
Yeah,
just like a press statement.
exactly. Okay, Mason, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll hit us off here. So,
Okay.
just like how much Tinsley loves hot chocolate,
Right.
guess what? You can go somewhere and get free hot chocolate. Yes, you heard it right. Starbucks announced that on Saturdays, for the month of December, you can get a free hot chocolate with a purchase of a large, like their grande drinks. So I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Might go tomorrow.
So yeah, I might go tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, it's Saturday and Sunday. And so I was also curious because I was like, this kind of, I went down a rabbit hole of what are some of the best like holiday drinks that Starbucks has right now. That would be this is new this year, the iced gingerbread oat milk chai. Don't know. I know a lot of people that are all about the milks that are not actually milks, if you know what I mean, like cow milk. It's like the oat milk, the almond milk, the different types of.
Yeah,
it's all over the place type of milk.
Does
that yay or nay on that drink? I'm gonna shout these out, and you all say yay or nay. So what are we thinking?
I would do it without the chai. I'm not a big chai guy.
Similarly, not
a
tea person at all.
I'm very big on coffee and like different flavored coffees now. But I don't like chai lattes at all.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah.
Whoever does the description on these things is like, the new iced gingerbread oat milk chai combines warm gingerbread notes, a cozy blend of chai spices, and a creamy oat milk to create a holiday beverage. Look at that description. Okay, next one. Starbucks peppermint mocha, yay or nay?
10 times. Give it to me. I just had one.
Peppermint chocolate, yes.
Yes, both of us, all three of us are on yay.
I've had 2 this
Starbucks.
week.
2 of those?
Yeah.
What is that? $30 then?
Who cares? Morgan's
worth it.
Morgan's hitting bets. We're fine.
So here's the thing: go tomorrow and get a large one of those, and then you get a free hot chocolate with that you can give.
Grande's actually not the largest one, Mason.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
Grande's the middle one.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
Venti is the large.
Venti,
even though grande means large in Spanish.
That's probably why I thought that. Okay, Starbucks caramel brulee latte. There's no way I said that right.
Creme
it's
brulee?
Basically, yeah, in a sense.
It's
the mocha, but instead of peppermint, you got your caramel. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna read any more of these descriptions, but Starbucks chestnut praline latte, praline praline latte.
Praline. It's a praline.
Words with Mason.
It's a praline.
Praline, of course. Praline.
Praline.
What is that?
I don't really.
It's a nut.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Oh, yeah. Okay, get that out of here. Starbucks iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. Just give me like the. You had me at sugar cookie. Why do we have to do like the?
It's a lot of sugar, but I'll take it.
I'll try it.
Yeah. So, and then also Holiday Foods gingerbread loaf, a peppermint brownie cake pop.
Yeah, let me get that.
Sure.
Cranberry bliss bar snowman cookie, and a sugar plum cheese Danish. Yeah, you're not a cranberry person, are you?
Not.
So then I was thinking, who's like their other like competitor, and that would be Dunkin' Donuts. They have a spice cookie iced coffee. When I kind of looked up their cookie butter cold brew, a loaded hash brown that looks fantastic. It's like a hash brown bites with like cheese and bacon on them. Peppermint mocha signature latte, same thing. Triple chocolate muffin, which I feel like they should have that year round. That's not a holiday thing. Toasted white chocolate ice signature latte. So those are their drinks. They all sound fantastic for the most part.
Are you guys more
Yeah.
hot or iced coffee guys?
Cold all the way. Even though it's cold during the winter time, I like the cold drinks.
I'm usually all on like on the iced coffee. I love cold brew. I love an iced coffee, so I love that stuff. It is tough whenever it's like early in the morning and it's cold outside. The hot coffee does kind of hit. So I'm in a transition right now to the hot stuff for the year, but if it's like even moderately warm, I'm drinking iced coffee almost always.
Yeah.
I love iced coffee. It's very refreshing to me. I don't really. The only thing I like about hot coffee is like what Zach said. It's cold out, and if it's a peppermint drink, I don't find that peppermint flavor does good with an iced coffee. It's like too much.
Could see that.
But other than that, I do. I was drinking iced coffee the other day at work, and everybody was like, "It's cold outside. Why are you drinking that?" I'm like, I like iced coffee. I don't know.
It's fire. Yeah, it kind of hits different. That cold brew, I think, is a little more concentrated caffeine wise as well.
Oh yeah,
it'll hit you pretty hard. Yeah,
love a good cold brew.
Me too.
Most popular drink of the season. I looked up a couple of articles. Do y'all want to take a guess? It's not like a Starbucks Dunkin' thing. This is just like drink itself. Most popular
eggnog.
one of the season. You would be correct. It's eggnog.
I love eggnog.
I like eggnog.
Yeah.
I'm not against it.
I know we talked about eggnog in the past, but I was like, I wonder if there's like a certain. I looked up just drink to see if there's like a gingerbread mocha or whatever type of thing, but it said nope. Eggnog is your choice. That's the most. According to like studies and stuff? Yeah, go ahead.
Is there like a peppermint milk at Weigel's, Zach, up in East Tennessee?
I don't think they do peppermint milk, but they do sell a lot of eggnog. Like they package it themselves and sell the eggnog. I don't think they do different flavored eggnogs though. That would be good though. Peppermint eggnog.
We're all about the. Yeah, that does sound good.
Should pitch that idea to somebody.
Matter of fact, verbal trademark really fast. Verbal trademark.
Yeah.
Stamp.
Peppermint eggnog.
Peppermint eggnog. We have that on lock. If you try to steal
that as we speak,
guess what? One of our top 5 listeners is a lawyer, so it'd be over for you.
Give the date on December 11th. We announce our trademark 2023 trademark.
I'm gonna tweet it too.
Very good. Now you tied it all up.
There we go. Nice try. But
yeah, we've been all about the flavored creamers and coffee as well during this time of year. Usually we just go with the hazelnut or like the basic creamer for the whole year. But then when it gets into holidays, you really branch out. I've been all about this like white chocolate raspberry creamer, peppermint creamer, like all sorts of different kinds. So I'm going to go ahead.
Walmart sells peppermint mocha year round. Because I buy it year round.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
All about the peppermint.
I love peppermint.
Big peppermint guy.
Very big peppermint.
I will say that I've also gotten in, usually when I drink hot coffee or cold coffee, I've kind of trained myself to only do half and half instead of the like flavored creamers.
Sugar.
I don't know if it actually makes a difference or not. I mean, sugar, sure. I think it feels more like actual coffee that I'm drinking.
Yeah.
But then that's kind of the like elitist coffee people are like, if you put flavored creamer in, you can't taste the coffee. But then I'm like making like Costco Keurig coffee, so I'm not sure why I'm concerned about that.
Right.
Because it doesn't taste good anyways.
I'll tell you,
some coffee, if I buy it, I like enjoy the taste, but if I just am drinking it from like my Keurig at home, it's purely for caffeine purposes.
I can drink like a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts coffee pretty plain. Like if I'm not really in the mood to be all sugared up, but I want some coffee, those taste
cream.
Like those taste good. But I get what you're saying. When it's just like junk Keurig coffee at my house, I'm gonna put some creamer in it to make it taste good.
That's fair.
But I'll tell you one coffee place that I will not. I don't think I'm going there anymore. We just got one here in Cookeville. 7 Brew is the worst coffee I've ever had in my life. It tastes burnt.
Call him out.
It tastes burnt. at all times. I've had it maybe 5 or 6 times now. Morgan brought me one yesterday at work, and I took like 2 sips, and I was like, I'll finish it, but don't buy me anything from here anymore. I hate it. I hate it.
Wow.
So that's one sponsor that will not be on our list.
They will never sponsor us.
They will never sponsor us. We'll just
Or
mark
it's
that
like
one off.
Tins has to drink a cup of it every time we're on the podcast. It just until he likes it.
Until he likes
I will
one.
never.
He tries a different flavor each time until he likes it.
I will never.
Yeah.
So Zach informed me of something that McDonald's is doing. You want to give us a little
Yeah, sure.
rundown of that?
Well, Mason told me what his press release is going to be, and I was like, "Oh, have you heard about this? There is McDonald's is kind of starting their own little coffee drink shop brand. It is called oh shoot, I'm missing the name of it.
CosMc.
CosMc. Yeah, I had it pulled up. And I was trying to find it. CosMc. So they sell coffee. So they're, from what I've heard, kind of a competitor to Starbucks. So kind of dipping into that kind of coffee realm. But they have some other things on their menu. It looks like they will sell coffee, snacks, and other types of drinks and things like that. So they will have some. It looks like slushes and frappes, and then they have some like breakfast sandwiches. They have a lot of different types of coffee options, ice cream, things like that. So kind of a lesser tier, like a mix between a McDonald's and a Starbucks. So that's pretty cool. Their branding is a little bit more fun versus the Starbucks is kind of the like, I don't know. Starbucks has that reputation of being kind of that white girl coffee vibe.
Yeah.
And I think
Kind of
McDonald's
elite.
is trying to fit, like, you want to go get coffee, but you don't want Starbucks. You don't want to like overspend on Starbucks, like what ciabatta bread, little
Right.
breakfast sandwich things. You can go to the CosMc's and get like a normal coffee.
Yeah, and you don't feel
so
like
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
you don't feel like you're ordering some, like we were messing with Mason about the grande and the venti size. Like, I don't personally like ordering at Starbucks because I feel like
Yeah.
it's overwhelming. And in this new McDonald's venture, it seems like more of like normal people can go there and not feel the eliteness that you get at Starbucks, where if you get it wrong, they're just gonna make fun of you.
Maybe more like a Dunkin' Donuts vibe. It's kind of, but
Yeah,
less on the donut side and more on the. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, if there was one near me, the first one that I see, I'll probably go try it. I don't know exactly where they're launching into at the beginning, but I think there's a bunch of locations. I don't know if there's any around here, but
I know Chicago's a big market for them.
really,
Yeah, if you're
So
back up there for some training.
heck yeah.
There you go. So 2 things. Since it's a McDonald's franchise, is their ice cream machine gonna be working?
Could
and then
be.
the second thing is, since this is an audio and there's no visuals, just to describe what Zach sent me, the McDonald's has the 2 arches to make the M. The CosMc has like the same writing as McDonald's writing, but then has like the one arch, kind of like a slanted like rainbow looking thing. So just to give a visual out there, it's
a
kind
little bit like a retro kind of.
Yeah.
So
pretty fun though. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, they're definitely jumping on this new trend because they're doing the coffees and the snacks and stuff too, but they're also doing a lot of the like customized sodas, and this is like a bigger thing that's kind of getting started on TikTok out west. There's even a franchise called Swigs. My boss at Blue Coast, he's even looking at opening one of these next door at his restaurant, and it's pretty much a Sonic, but instead of having like the Sonic flavored sodas, you can add all kinds of like coffee creamers and different kind of wild flavors to your normal sodas, your Dr. Pepper, your Coke, and you get all these like secret menu item things on TikTok to go try. Like,
interesting.
We actually have one in Cookeville. It's called Kickstart, and it's customized sodas. And she got one today. It was like a peach, vanilla Dr. Pepper. It was pretty good actually. So I don't know. it's the new wave McDonald's is jumping on top of coffees and other stuff.
When
There
you
you
go
go.
to a restaurant, the number one profitable thing, no matter what, is what,
It
Tins?
would be your sodas.
Your sodas. It takes
Really?
like 16 cents to make that. They charge $2.99, $2.50. Your
Yeah.
profit margin is ridiculous compared to
Hot.
anything else on a menu.
Yeah.
Yes.
And teas.
That was bonus. That was
Yeah.
extra. You didn't pay for
Wow.
that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Start a restaurant where you only have soft drinks.
Well,
That's what that is.
Swigs
That's
is.
what Swigs. That's what McDonald's new
Dang, we
this
need
thing
that.
is. Yeah, that's what these things are.
Missed
Because
it.
you really are. You're not. The food cost of the inventory of soda and creamers and flavors is not much.
What you're paying, your big cost is your employees and your building. That's it.
Mhm.
It's not even what you're actually the product that you're actually serving. It's not even that.
Right.
Which
The
is
like
pretty wild
cups
if you
are
think about it.
cost more than the actual drink.
Right.
Drink does.
Exactly.
Yep. You'd
Yep.
be correct.
You're paying
Interesting
$8
stuff.
for a flavored up Dr Pepper that restaurant paid 33 cents to give you. You paid $8 for it.
Wow. That's a steal
Yep, it
if
is.
you're selling it.
That's also
If
part.
you're buying it, less of a steal. Robbery.
Well, it's fine.
Okay. Well,
Speaking
all
of
right.
robbery,
Oh yeah, Tin. Speaking of robbery, what do you got?
so I was,
What a transition, right?
I'm going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 has finally had a trailer release. Highly anticipated. This is
10 years later.
this is one of
Yeah.
the most played video games to this day. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still got a huge player base. So they dropped the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's going to be based back in Florida, in Miami,
Yep.
which is like their most popular title or one of them. But apparently the whole state of Florida is going to be playable.
Yeah, saw that.
So I guess I'll be buying it and running around Jacksonville a lot. Side note,
Small town.
yeah, small town of Jacksonville. I saw this is a extra press release. A lot of people on Twitter are joking about. I hope the mission in Jacksonville is stealing $22 million from the front office from the owners, because the Jaguars just had a former employee get busted for doing just that. He was our
They
head.
did.
He was our head accountant. He was in charge of all of our finances, and he stole $22 million from the owner of the Jaguars. So that's
Wow.
that happened.
That should be a side mission. You should track him down.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
It was really nice. It was a really nice story. Come out the day after Trevor Lawrence broke his ankle. So
He didn't actually break his ankle. He's fine.
I know. So Grand Theft Auto 6
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
I saw. So if you haven't seen the trailer, maybe not kid friendly 100%.
Not even 10%.
The game definitely isn't either, but yeah. So there's a bunch of people on there that are kind of Florida type characters, but a lot of them were inspired by real news stories, like guy with the alligator in his backyard, like in a swimming pool. But there was one guy. I don't know. This is like today's news. This is pretty recent.
I was wondering if you saw this.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a guy in Florida who I guess has become kind of internet famous for having all these face tattoos, like the Joker. He has this whole thing going on, and there was a character that looked pretty similar to it on the trailer. I mean, none of the tattoos are the same, but he had the full face, and it was kind of resembled a news story about this guy. And so this guy apparently is suing the video game, for using his likeness in the game. And from what I've heard, it's probably not going to go anywhere, because it's just like, well, it's a guy with a bunch of face tattoos. You're not the only one out there, guy. But pretty funny, because he was like, wait, that's me. And they were pretty clearly making fun of him. It's this like insane guy with a bunch of face tattoos. So there you go.
Well, that's what happens when you put your face all over social media and you become a character. You're going to end up in a video game, and there's not really much you can do about it.
And he is. Yeah.
One day we're going to end up in a video game.
We might. Yeah. GTA Tennessee. That'd be fire.
Coming to you 2035.
Yeah, just a short break. Oh yeah, that was the last part of it that people were bummed about. It's not coming out till 2025.
Yeah, that does stink.
So
But
it's a pretty big gap. Yeah.
there,
Still.
it's going to be the biggest. I would assume the biggest playable game, like map size, because that's them and Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
kind of go back and forth. They keep taking the title
Yeah.
from each other. Because Red Dead came out and it was the biggest, and then Grand Theft Auto came out like right after and was like, nope, back to us.
Graphics look very good though. Like the quality of the trailer, everything looked very good. So I think everyone's looking forward to it now.
It'll definitely be a
No, I saw.
next gen only. Like you won't be able to play it on an
Yep.
older Xbox,
Yeah.
or it might be like
Yep.
PC would be the move with how high def it is.
No, I saw like a map comparison of the last game to this upcoming game, and it's 3 times the size. And they're saying, well, I guess I'll be playing this for the next 20 years and not being able to, because how big the map is. Like, it's like insane. The last game, the map was already huge. Like, it took you forever to like get around and do things. And it was just like a ginormous map. Imagine taking that and that was already a huge map and times that by 3. That's what this one's supposed to be. So pretty wild stuff.
Last thing on it, I'm not even sure it was supposed to get released. It was leaked, right? This trailer was.
Yeah, the same kid who got in trouble last year for it did it again.
Which trailers getting leaked is one of the weirdest things. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah,
Like, how did those leakers like get their hands on this kind of stuff? I don't understand how that happens, but
I could understand like artwork from the game or pictures of like in-game stuff that's like could get hacked, but how do you hack a whole 3-minute trailer?
it is a question. So then eventually they just started they just released it and started pushing everybody to the YouTube to watch it. So
Right.
they're like, well, it's already out there. Guess we might as well just get on top of this thing and release it. So it was a big deal though this week.
Was.
Okay, so last press release we have here today. This is a smaller one, but it is something that's been going around a lot this week. There's been a lot of movie news, a lot of stuff out there. It came from the set of the new Deadpool movie, which we know at this point, Ryan Reynolds obviously is starring as Deadpool, but it's also co-starring Hugh Jackman, reprising his role as Wolverine. And there were a couple of huge leaks that came out this week. A lot of people have been pretty mad about it, where it's become a thing where if people know something is filming, they'll sit really far away. These reporters with these cameras that can take pictures from like a mile away, and they'll just sit out there and wait to see something and take pictures of what's happening on the set, and then they'll release the pictures and be like, guys, look at this leak from this movie. And then everybody's like, no one's supposed to know that happened yet because the movie's not out, but you're just spoiling everything. And so it's kind of a bummer. So this has been a big conversation this week because there were some pretty big leaks that happened, or big spoilers from the movie, where these people took pictures from the set. And so Ryan Reynolds actually addressed it, and he kind of came out and was like, guys, this is not, we can't do this. You're ruining the movie for everybody if you're just going to release all these pictures from the set. We can only cut it off so much. And he was basically like, we're trying to do physical, actual effects and not just digitalize everything, because we're doing it out here in the middle of the desert. We're filming. And so what he started to do is taking the pictures and he started photoshopping other stuff into it to be like, and so it just to like flood Twitter with all these fake pictures, so no one knew it was actually real. That was kind of his strategy. Was he just started photoshopping like random characters into frames, and like people holding up random stuff to just kind of dilute the actual information that was out there. So that was pretty funny. It is a bummer though, because there was actually one big spoiler that, I mean, almost assuredly is going to be in the movie that got leaked out pretty early. So that's just a little news from the Deadpool set.
What was it? I don't know what it is.
Are you gonna tell us?
I'm not spoiling it on. You can go look it up on Twitter pretty easily if you like to. I'm not going to spoil it on the pod.
Fine.
I'm not going to support this.
You mean Grok? You mean X?
Yeah, go ask Grok, and I promise you he will tell you. Grok loves nonsense and mayhem, apparently.
Apparently.
That was pretty smart on Ryan Reynolds' part, though.
Yeah, that was his strategy to kind of you can go find it and find those tweets and you'll see it pretty quick what's going down, but it's pretty funny. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is for time's sake, we're gonna skip trivia. I'll push it to next week. We have it's this trivia that we can definitely push off. So we'll wait on trivia. We have a big draft to do. And for time's sake, I think we should just skip straight to it. Anyone opposed here?
No, I'm good with that.
Mason was really looking forward to trivia, I think.
For sure, but that's fine. We'll skip it.
Okay. So today we are drafting Christmas movies. Only criteria, it has to be Christmas movie. I know this can get a little contentious. Maybe there's some movies out there that I think some people might say is Christmas and some people might not.
Ooh.
We will. I guess we'll let it ride. Same as always. I think there's a couple of big movies at the top here. I think it's going to be interesting to see what goes off the board first, though. All right, here is the wheel. Are we ready?
I'm ready. It's born ready.
Ready. Born ready.
First overall draft pick is Tins.
Oh, no.
All right.
Number 2 is...
Oh, Zach.
Yes, I wanted number 2. And number 3 is Mason on the turn. All right, everybody.
I can do this.
It's going to be a big draft here, folks. Tins. You're not ready for number 1? Are you scared?
I am a little scared.
He's scared.
Okay.
It's top heavy. I feel like it's very top heavy.
Yeah, I feel like you got to pick your crowd.
You do.
Quick.
Without a doubt.
And the thing about the Next Guy Up podcast is Tins doesn't have a crowd. I've kind of alienated some people.
The Swifties,
the Dolly Parton heads.
They're out.
Philadelphia
Anybody
Eagles.
that likes the Bills.
Anyone who likes the Bills.
For sure, the Bills, they don't listen anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Robert and Cody, they don't like me.
They only like Mason, though, to be fair.
I'm too mean to Mason, so Sonia, she doesn't rock with me anymore. My own wife doesn't vote for me ever.
That's tough.
So I've got myself. I'm an island. I'm a one-man army.
You're being smart right now. You're killing time to try to strategize.
He doesn't even know. He wasn't prepared
just listening
for
on people.
one.
So
he's like, my coworker hates me.
So I'm gonna
listen off 5 billion people.
So I'm gonna go with my personal favorite here.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna go with The Grinch.
That's a good one.
It's the most quotable. I quote it throughout the year. I look forward to the Grinch Twitter account getting active.
Heck yeah.
December 1st.
I do love that Grinch Twitter account.
It's very funny. Good stuff. So I'm going to go with the Grinch. Jim Carrey's version, not this dumb new animated one.
Of course.
Zach does good and does a really well Grinch
impersonation. I haven't. Yeah, I've not broken out too much this year.
No,
it is. It's maybe on the top of my like movies I've seen the most times list because every Christmas, it just stacks up over time. Very, very good movie. It's very funny. I think it's one of those that even people nowadays like look back on that. I think a lot of people might say that's at the top of their list as well.
I hope so.
If I had number 1, I think it's what I would have taken. So,
see if people rock with me because you can't hate the Grinch.
It's a good pick. Okay, good pick. I think it's the right pick. All right, number 1 or my first overall pick. I think I'm going to take Elf.
Yep,
it's a crowd favorite. Everyone likes it. It came out. It came out a good bit ago. It's more of a modern movie still, but I think everyone likes it. Will Ferrell obviously is very funny in it. It's a great like sit down with the family movie because everyone can watch it. And everyone's going to enjoy it probably. So I think it's a really good movie.
Yep. It was the one I was wrestling with. Elf and the Grinch.
I think with our generation, I think it's those two are the most popular ones probably. If you ask people, I think between those two would be most of the answers. Okay.
So that was a good pick, Zach.
Thanks,
A
Mason.
lot of famous scenes in there. I don't know if we can quote anything, but the narwhal scene where he says, "Bye, buddy. Hope you find
Mason
me
loves a
Jack."
narwhal.
Do like a good narwhal. So, I was actually talking to Zach before the pod happened about I wrestle with what why I'm drafting. Am I drafting because I love or like
Wow.
this, or am I drafting for the win or for the list?
You're getting existential, Mason. Why am
Yeah.
I drafting?
Why am I drafting? What's my purpose here? What is my purpose, legitimately? Besides
Why
just
do we
messing up
draft?
words, I get made fun of. I mess up words. Is that my purpose in life,
What
or
is
is
my
it to win a
motivation?
draft? What is my motivation here? Somebody tell me. No, I'm gonna go. I think I have some that I really like that are my favorite, but I think I have to go with the popular ones here. I'm gonna go with the Christmas Story. Everybody's shocked.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good
Did
pick.
you all think I was gonna pick that?
They play it all day on TBS.
All day, every day. They sure do.
I was hoping
So you
for it
can
to get
turn that
back to
on.
me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nah, that's not getting back to you. And then I'm gonna do it. Funny scenes in here, not necessarily my favorite top to bottom, but everybody loves it. Exactly what I was talking about, a movie that you can watch with a family. This one maybe not so much. And that's gonna be Griswold's Christmas Vacation. So I'm gonna go Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation.
You took some
I just
classics
think when
there, Mason.
classics, when people say Christmas movie, you think of all the ones we listed off. So I don't want to go with something.
I said it was top heavy. We kind of cleared up.
I think that's literally it. Yeah, we cleared up some good ones. How do we feel about mine? I'm usually not confident. I feel a little.
You definitely hit the popular picks, I would say.
All right, good.
I feel like that second one, maybe you've not seen. You didn't get the title of it correct.
Christmas. Well, people just call it Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Mason, if you had to summarize the plot in about 20 seconds, what would you say the movie's about?
Okay, he's a crazy guy that's all a big deal about family Christmas and his light show at his house. There's a lot of scenes about Uncle Eddie and the RV, and then the cat getting fried, and the turkey being. Am I not listening off the? Okay.
And I believe you.
The turkey,
I believe you've seen
the turkey
it now.
being rotten, and him pitching a fit and throwing the tree out the front because he's because it wasn't as perfect.
I think you've seen it. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good.
What is the title?
National Lampoon's
National
Christmas
Lampoon's
Vacation.
Christmas.
Oh.
I think a lot of people call it Christmas Vacation, though. I think that's fair.
Okay. I just said Griswold's at the beginning.
He just had two good picks. I was trying to rattle him a little bit.
He did have some good picks. It's a little scary. I already know some people who are probably voting that direction.
All right.
At least two.
Okay. Yeah. My second pick. This might actually be my number one at this point in my life. My number one favorite Christmas movie. This is not a pander pick. This is my real favorite Christmas movie. I try and watch it every year. It is a classic, though. It is a very traditional, old school Christmas movie that legitimately is. I look forward to watching it every year, and that is "It's a Wonderful Life." It's old. It's older. It came out in 1946, so I mean it's a pretty old movie. It's in black and white, but it's got Jimmy Stewart in it. It's a very kind of feel good story about a guy whose life is kind of falling apart, and he has an interaction with an angel who shows him what his life would be like if he didn't exist, and so he comes around to understand the importance of family and community and doing the right thing. And so very good movie. It's got all those kind of Christmas things in it. It's a little bit less lighthearted, honestly. It's pretty serious in a lot of ways, but it's a really good movie. It's classic. So there it is. That I would have took it at number one overall, but I think I knew it was going to get to me at second, so I took Elf first. But that's probably my actual favorite.
No, that's solid. It has to make its way on this draft. I feel like we got some guff about some songs not making it on the list last week.
We
Um,
definitely did. Yeah.
I,
Yep.
I feel like we would have gotten extra roasted to a crisp had "It's a Wonderful Life" not made it on there.
Yeah. At this point, we've actually hit a lot of the big ones are off the board. I feel like.
Yep. All right.
So I'm
So
kind of excited to see where it's going to go from here.
I'm surprised this one got back to me. I'm gonna take Home Alone.
Yeah, it's a
This
good one.
is, this is
It's on my list.
one of my favorite movies growing up. Just the funny scenes and just as a kid, you kind of just think about what would you do in that same situation. Like you're stuck in the house alone and people are trying to break in, and it's just I don't know. It's pretty funny. Um, and then this might be a pander pick, but I'm going to go with the ever classic A Charlie Brown Christmas. Good,
That's a pander pick for sure.
That's a
good old
pander.
Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the characters.
Oh man, our list is drying up fast.
Locked myself up 1 vote right there. Thank you. Come again.
Boy. I don't know, Mason. Yeah, Mason took Christmas Vacation though,
That's true.
so that's also
Did
up
do that.
there. I will say. Okay, that's some good pick stands.
Thank you. I'm serious. I'm locked in out here.
Yeah, it's coming down now. We got a lot of the picks off the board. Okay,
Heavy hitters all gone.
we really did. I think I'm gonna take a pick that was when I was a kid. It was very popular. It's one of those that spawned a lot of sequels, but I think the first one is still the best. I'm going to take the Santa Claus
Yep.
with Tim Allen. I think that hit squarely like in our childhood was when that era was whenever movie was coming out. It's very funny. Tim Allen's hilarious, and it's a good movie. I think there's it came out in 1994.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
They have a series on Disney Plus now.
Oh, I
Did you say
forgot
that?
about that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
They
new.
did
series
spin it
now.
off to a whole
The
series.
the clauses.
It's
That just goes to show if you hit a actual home run on a movie, you could just kill it and people would still watch. You wear something out and people are like, "Nope, still love it."
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Go ahead, Tens.
I feel like they did 4 with Tim Allen with the movie. I think they did. I know they
Yeah.
did 3. I think the
There
4th
was
one.
one with Jack Frost. There was one where he had to get a wife.
Yeah.
Um,
There's one about
the Santa Claus 2 is the one with Jack Frost, I think. I can't remember what there was one called The Santa Claus, but it was like clause as in legal document, whereas that was the one where he had to get married, I think. They
Yeah,
got pretty bad. There's a couple of bad ones in there.
there was. But the TV series, I've watched like the first 20 minutes of the first one, and it was
That's
actually
the second one.
the TV series is kind of it's all right. It's made for kids.
There you go. Okay.
But that was a good one. I was hoping that one was going to sneak back to me.
All right,
All
Mason.
right. So when it
Part
comes to, we watched a lot of like the cartoon. Obviously, like with you being a kid, you watch cartoon Christmas movies. So I'm gonna be honest, did not watch Christmas Vacation when I was a kid. So, but I did watch Polar Express.
It's on my list as well.
That's actually, I don't know, it's just a feel good. The train, like there's several scenes that are famous. They use a lot of like the songs and things that are in the movie from TikToks and just movie, like all sorts of stuff.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Yep. So a lot of once again, I don't know the rules. I don't know if I can sing that. But anyways, I broke the rule. Come get me.
No one is trying to shut us down now.
You can sing. You can sing songs. You just can't play them.
I don't know.
That's Megan's favorite. Polar Express is Megan's favorite.
It's a great movie.
It's one of my favorites. When it comes to the cartoon movie, lock it in. Polar Express. What's that sound for?
My list is drying up.
All right, and
You
so
guys have had a good draft.
I'm gonna go with one we watched every year. I'm going back to back cartoon. Tinsley kind of did something in the camera. I think he knew where I was going. He thought I'm going to go How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The cartoon. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you
I'm
did a
good.
heart. I thought it was 3 sizes too big, like the
No,
heart.
I was pointing
Uh
at. I'll tell you later.
oh. Okay, 30-minute. It's like a 30-minute episode, but it's still a movie in my mind. Like it's a movie. If you want something shorter, if you want, it's a good classic. It's the first one. It's Dr. Seuss, very first one. So it's not a remake, and that's what I'm going with. So I'm gonna lock in How the Grinch Stole Christmas cartoon version, the very first one. Zach, did I steal anything?
You've stolen all of them. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Well, between both of you, I feel like you guys have done my list has just gotten depleted as very quickly.
Well, we've actually been watching some of these, so that's why it's been an easy list to make because we've already been watching.
There's a little less like going off the beaten trail here. Like there's a little less like randomness to it.
Well, I do think there's lots of romantic comedies you could pick here that we're just not very interested in, and so there's a couple of maybe Tim takes one. I don't know. There are a couple of pretty famous like Christmas time. There's lots of Hallmark movies you could take probably.
Ooh.
If you're interested.
Top tier content right there.
Yep.
It doesn't matter which one you pick; they'll have the same plot. So.
This is correct. Oh man, I feel like it is running out though. Okay. I'm gonna do this one. This is a fun one. Yeah, I like it. So I think one of the defining Christmas stories out there, and one of my favorites is the Christmas Carol. Megan and I we used to go and watch the play. They did a play on UT's campus, and I've read the book. It's very famous. There's not a great adaptation out there, but I think the best one is the Muppet Christmas Carol. Are you all familiar with this?
Mm-hmm.
It's got Michael Caine in it as Ebenezer Scrooge, so it's all the Muppets doing the characters. It's pretty popular, I think. But the Christmas Carol is one of my favorite stories, and so to put it in a Christmas movie, I do think the Muppet Christmas Carol is a very good one.
That's a good one. Does he lock up all Christmas Carol versions? Did we talk about that? I don't think I'm gonna pick it.
Are you gonna take the Jim Carrey one?
Well, when you said that, I was thinking Jim Carrey, but then after you said Muppet, I was like, oh, but the Jim Carrey one is like a.
I don't really like.
You don't like that one as much. He does like several. Well, go ahead, Tins.
Do you have a pick left?
I get the turn. I get one.
That was my fourth pick, so I've got one left.
I get one pick left.
Oh,
it comes back to me.
That's right. Sorry, I got lost in the snake.
No, you're fine.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pick it. I just didn't want to spoil anybody else because I wanted to talk about it because I think he does like 5 or 6 characters.
It's kind of like what Tom Hanks did for Polar Express.
Yeah,
right.
It's pretty. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I can tell that's him. Like clearly, and I know we're going off a tangent here, but clearly I can tell it's Tom Hanks on like 3 characters.
Yeah,
and I think it's the same with the Jim Carrey. I can tell that's him. I know it's talented or whatever, but yeah, go ahead, Tins. You can take your pick here, back to back.
No, yeah, I agree. I think that you lock them up because then I could take like the Santa Claus 2 or something,
Yeah.
Which if you want to take Santa Claus 2, you can take that. It's on the board.
No, I'm good. I'll pass.
Available.
I'll pass.
Okay.
I am between 2. There's one. And I already kind of have this genre locked up with some funny stuff. So I'm going to go the romantic comedy lane. And this one's more... This one leans more on comedy anyway. It's not like a super popular... it's not a big headline movie, but it's just one that I really like. And I really like this actor. And it's going to be 4 Christmases. starring Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn. It's a
You're a
very.
big Vince Vaughn guy.
I'm a big Vince Vaughn guy. I think he is a top tier comedic actor. The movie is both their parents are divorced, and so they have to go to all four families for Christmas, and they all have very, very different lives and ways of celebrating Christmas, and it's just a lot of shenanigans. So I like that one quite a bit. It's his brother. He's always in the same movies with him. It's the guy who he plays Sonny in Iron Man. And I know he's a big deal director now, but he's always in his comedy movies with him. Like he was in Couples Retreat and a bunch of other movies. He's a very funny actor. I kind of miss him doing the funny stuff. He's more of like director for Star Wars now and Marvel. But him and Vince Vaughn make a good tag team. So I'm gonna take 4 Christmases.
That's a good one. I thought you were going Love Actually. That's another big one, right?
Yeah, I thought about that one. I've only seen it once. It's super romantic comedy.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that.
Yeah. 4 Christmases. I mean, don't go check out his IMDb Rotten Tomato score. It's not great, but that's fine because it's good. It's funny to me.
I feel like the thing about Christmas movies, as long as people are like watching it every Christmas, it doesn't matter. Like you're gonna make your money back eventually, you know.
Right. I agree.
Streaming on Hulu right now, apparently. Okay, Tins. Is that you have one more pick, right?
He gets the back-to-back.
Oh, yeah.
That's his last pick.
The snake, Tins.
All right, well then I'm good. I'm going to take Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. This movie.
That's funny.
This movie was so funny to me because it's like this dad was just dead set on getting this one action figure, and then there's another dad trying to get the same one. So there's only one left, and they're chasing it around the city. Late '90s movie, so I don't know. It was good.
It gets a little wild. I will be honest.
Yeah,
like
pretty out of hand.
It's a little.
It's very funny.
The extremes they
they're
go
in a parade.
to. Yeah, they're in the parade. Yeah, so over an action figure, it always like anytime I watch it or I watch The Office, when Dwight's selling when he's selling the unicorns, it's like I prey on the parents that wait till the last minute. It's like, yeah, if these guys would have just got this toy a month ago, they wouldn't be running around New York City for an action figure. So I'm gonna go Jingle All the Way right there.
That's a good one. That's funny. I didn't think that was gonna get picked. That's a funny one though.
That's a good one.
I kind of got lost in the snake there. I just was gonna hold it for honorable mention, but I'm glad I got it on my board. People might not
say anything.
People might not.
His pick comes around and he's like, "Yeah, I'm torn between 2." And I was like, "Should I say something about you do have 2 picks?" But I was like, "Nah, I'll wait to see what he says."
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. I know this is kind of a popular talking point every Christmas, but I'm gonna take it anyways. I'm gonna take Die Hard. Is it a pander pick? Maybe a little bit. But I think a lot of people like this movie and watching it on Christmas time. It is based in the Christmas season. There's lots of killing and death, but 'tis the season. So shout out to Bruce Willis, and it's a very good action movie. And it's at Christmas time, so I can call it a Christmas movie. I think I got all the sentimental stuff out with It's a Wonderful Life, and I can have some room for some violence in my Christmas list. So that's what I'm taking.
It's good. It'll look good on the board, for sure.
It will look great on the board.
I feel like
we're gonna have some competitive lists here, everybody.
Yeah, we really are.
This might be our most competitive draft ever.
So,
depending on what Mason does here. Before you take your last pick, Mason, this is where you've derailed your draft so many times.
So many. When you Mason it up.
You're gonna pick something outrageous here. That's what you've done before. I'm just gonna tell you.
I know.
I'm excited to see what happens.
I'm having trouble with this. I know we're going over an hour already, so I don't want to kill the clock here. Okay, I'm gonna do it, And I think it's just because I have to stay true to what I enjoy. Because
Take your
I've
shirt off
not
before you
picked-
do this pick, Mason.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
For the YouTube
But
audience, Mason, take it off.
I will say I'm gonna have to lock in The Nightmare Before Christmas because
Yes.
I will be a fraud if I did not. Okay,
Tell the people why, Mason.
Are we doing this on the pod right now?
You don't have to take your shirt off, but I feel like we should talk about it at least. It's important.
Okay, well,
if I had a Grinch tattoo, I would talk about it.
Look at it. I don't know if everybody knows that I have this, so
that's what I'm talking about.
For that, Zach. Okay, well, it is a holiday of 2 holidays combined into one movie.
Yeah. Talk about the tattoo
and Christmas.
We know the movie.
I may have that. Okay, there's my. But I had to pick it because if I don't, then it's like, wow, you literally have that, and I'm gonna pick it. Good movie. I like it.
So good, you got a tattoo.
I don't know why I picked it. Well, you go through a rebellious state in your life, and you decide to pick something, and I don't know why that was the thing at the time. So here we are. Tattoos stay on forever, by the way.
So everybody knows it's a Jack Skellington tattoo.
Not everybody knew until you said something.
Now they do.
Then it was Night Before Christmas. What else is it going to be?
The
it's
dog?
like it's a pretty cool.
No, nobody knew that I had a tattoo, huh?
They know now. It's on the pod.
Thank you, Zach.
It's good content.
Thank you, Zach.
Get it on the TikTok.
You didn't even take your shirt off. Yeah, we'll get it on the TikTok. We'll get Mason with his shirt off on the TikTok. Everybody, go check out our TikTok if you want to see Mason with his shirt off.
Okay, what were you gonna say? It's a pretty cool tattoo.
It is a cool tattoo. I'm just saying. I don't think it's like you don't have. I just thought. I mean, you have a tattoo of it, so I feel like you're obligated to pick it as like a movie.
Absolutely.
Oh,
that's why I waited.
Oh wait, everyone go to the YouTube now. Mason has his shirt off. You can see it there.
Mason is flexing his muscles in the YouTube. Everybody, 6-pack abs. You could eat off of it. Go there.
See the Jack Skellington tattoo.
That's a pod. We're going over an hour and 6 minutes. It's a pod. That's a pod. Thank you for listening to our episode.
Great draft.
Yeah, great draft.
High quality messing around. High quality.
That was a good. That was a good last pick, Mason. In all reality, I think it was. I think it was a right pick for number 5. I think. Any honorable mentions before we leave? There was one I wanted to pick, but I didn't pick. Have you guys seen the movie Claws on Netflix?
Is that the scary movie?
It's cartoon. It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. It's kind of a newer movie, but it's got a lot of popularity in the last couple of years for being like. It's about a postal service guy.
Yes, we watched it last year. It's very good.
It actually is really good, and I really like it. It's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
The Santa Chronicles on there as well on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's good.
It is also good. I had Ernest Saves Christmas on my list. Mm-hmm. Shout out my guy Ernest. I didn't pick it, but it's pretty funny.
My honorable mentions was Krampus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Krampus.
And any of the claymation ones. I could go on A Year Without Santa Claus. All of those were honorable mentions. We used to watch those every year. Oh, Christmas with the Cranks was one of mine. I really liked that one.
That's not bad. Yeah.
That was the one I was actually gonna pick, but then I felt like I had to pick my pick. So
I think Nightmare Before Christmas is a good one. I think it's gonna hit good on the graphic.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Longest episode ever, maybe today. There's our draft. We knew it was gonna be a big one. Some extra content for you for the day. So make sure you go vote. This may be one of our most competitive drafts ever. I think we all have very good lists, all 3 of us. So go vote, see who is the favorite. Make sure you are checking out our weekend preview coming up on Friday. We are getting close to the end of that year. We're getting close to playoffs in NFL. Playoffs in college are coming up as well. So we have a lot to talk about. And we hope you have a great week. We will see you later.
Bye.